Have you been wondering how to let your future ideal clients know that you even exist? Well, stay to the end of this video and I'll show you step by step. Hey, if you're new to my corner of the internet, I'm Coco Mendez, a Facebook ad strategist who clears the complexities of Facebook ads for service-based business owners like yourself. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for more up-to-date Facebook ad tips, resources, and tutorials. So using a Reels ad for brand awareness is perfect if you haven't run ads before or if you haven't run ads in a while. You have a really humble budget, you're testing out different audiences, or if you want to focus on potential clients who are currently in the brand awareness phase of your marketing cycle. Some benefits of incorporating this strategy: it's very budget friendly yet impactful. It increases your chances of generating conversions. You can gain customer recognition or omnipresence, higher client loyalty, and higher advertising effectiveness because your audience is now warmed up to you. So the goal or objective behind this particular campaign is to show your ads to more people who are more likely to remember them. Here's what you're gonna need in order to complete. 1, have at least 3 to 5 completely made or created reels. 2, have your ad copy ready. If you need a little help with writing some converting ad copy, be sure to grab your free ad copy template. The link is in the description below. And last but not least, have at least 3 ready-made cold audiences to test. I am already in the Ads Manager, and how I got to this point, you want to make sure you click on the green Create button and it will pop up this window for campaign objectives. And for today's example, we are focusing on brand awareness. Here's a tip: if you ever forget the different types of goals or objectives for the different types of campaigns that Facebook provides, you can always hover over this little eye, and as you can see, it shows you that this particular objective will show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. This will also be extremely effective if you are targeting your cold audiences correctly. So let's move on and select brand awareness. Then we're going to click the blue continue button at the bottom right hand corner, and this is where you will end up. So first and foremost, we are going to title our brand awareness campaign. Now, as far as titles go, I get this question asked a lot. There's no right or wrong way. You really just have to entitle it however your brain organizes data and what works best for you. So that's how I'm going to title it today. Then we are going to go over to our ad set. Now, once you're in the ad set level, we are going to scroll down to audience and click on saved audience. Then I am going to hover and click over one of the audiences that I would like to test out. Next, we're going to scroll down to placements and select manual placements. From here, we're going to go to platforms, unclick all the other platforms except for Instagram. Now we're going to scroll a little bit more further. We're going to unclick Instagram feed and Instagram Explore, along with Instagram stories and anything that's in the in-stream. So make sure everything is unchecked except for Instagram Reels placement. Again, this is for the sake of this example. This is really only one part of a master strategy that we have going on. So now we're going to scroll back up a bit. Under audiences, this is just a little trick that I do to help organize myself. You highlight that title and copy that, scroll all the way back up, and for my ad set name, I'm going to paste that there so I know exactly that this is the audience that I am targeting. Next, we are going to go on over to the actual ad. But so make sure that's clicked and it's highlighted blue. Now we're going to hover over to action menu. Go ahead and click on that. And now scroll down, highlight duplicate, and click on duplicate. Now we are going to create 2 more copies of this ad. Click the blue duplicate button. And the reason why we're doing that is because we are testing 3 different types of reels or ad creatives, but in this case, we're focusing on the reels placement, so they will be 3 different reels. Now, make sure you click on one of the ads, and remember how you know this, it's highlighted blue. That's how you know which one that you're working on. Make sure that you selected the appropriate Facebook page along with the Instagram account. Now we're going to go down to Add Creative and click on Add Video. I'm going to choose my video. Now while that's loading, I'm going to go on over and I'm going to copy my ad copy and place it in primary text. And that's going to load there. And as you can see to the right hand side, if you do have this preview on switch, this is exactly how your audience is going to see your ad in the Reels placement. So if they're looking at Reels and scrolling through there, this is what they're going to see, and you can always adjust things accordingly, especially with your ad copy or anything else. So I am going to scroll back up, and again, titles, it really just depends. So this one in particular, this is my education reel. So this is just a quick tip that I like to do not only for my ads, but also for my clients. I always test out an educational, an inspirational, and an entertaining type of creative. So for this one, this is my educational reel. Next, we're going to move over and click on the second ad. It's basically wash, rinse, and repeat as far as filling all those things in. But like I said earlier, I am going to test out 3 different types of reels. And next I am going to copy and then paste my ad copy in the primary text. Put in the primary text area and scroll back up. Oh, actually, I'm going to title this my entertainment reel. Scroll down, make sure everything. If you notice, I am not clicking add website URL because we're specifically doing this for brand awareness so that Facebook can push this out more for your audience. And because this is not to say that you can't add that, I am doing this specifically to gather data. Now I'm going to move on to my last ad. Again, same thing. Make sure everything is selected accordingly. Scroll down to add video. Select my video. Click next. Then I'm going to copy and paste my ad copy into the primary text section. Now scrolling back up to the top, and I'm going to title this My Inspiration Reel. Okay, and everything's in order, all the correct pixels. Now we're going to go back to the ad set level and click on action menu. So same thing that we did for the ads itself, we're also going to do this for the ad sets because we're testing out different types of audiences. So again, I'm going to change this number of copies to 2. I'm going to duplicate that. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 different ad sets. These 2 are highlighted blue because we just created them. So I'm going to click on the second one. And now what I'm going to do is scroll back down to audience, click on the use saved audience drop down, and I'm going to select my second audience I'd like to test. Now I'm going to highlight, copy this, and rename this ad set so I know exactly which audience this is catering to. I'm going to do the same exact thing for this third ad set. Scroll back down to audience, click on the use saved audience drop box, and find my third audience that I would like to test out. Copy that, change the title, and I'm actually glad I did this because I made a mistake, y'all. So I'm going to go back. If you notice here, I did the exact same audience, so be careful. You see, I've been doing this for 5 years and I still make mistakes myself. It's okay. So let's redo that. Make sure I am grabbing the correct, here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. The correct audience. Make sure I change the title up here. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. 3 different types of audiences, along with the 3 different types of ad creatives. In this case, they are reels. And from here, because we've already double checked everything, literally everything is duplicated from what you did before. But I do highly recommend, when you have the time, going through everything, making sure everything's connected and exactly where you want things to be. Don't get too trigger happy, because the more edits that you make, the more you're going to mess around with your data, and that is not what we want. We want Facebook to do its job. So after you checked through everything, go back up to the campaign, make sure that's highlighted blue, and from here we're going to scroll down. Now there's a few options how you can approach this, and actually for this example, we are going to keep the budget in the ad set level. So for each ad set, or as you can see, we put audiences, it has its own budget, and that budget is going to disperse into these 3 different types of ads. We are going to let that run probably for 72 hours, see and what our audience tells us, what they like more, and we're going to find our winning audiences. And from those winning audiences, we're going to find the winning reel. So all of that checked off, you are ready to go ahead and click the green publish button. I'll see you on my next video on 3 mistakes to avoid while using real ads for brand awareness.